Hey YouTube, if you didn't see my last video, yes, I cut and I colored my hair. Oh, I'm so excited for the new look. I have my son here today, so we'll see how much he lets me get through. What's going on? I thought today I would do a video on our potty training journey. Our son is currently 20 months and he is potty trained. Not at nighttime, of course, and he does still have some accidents, but he's pretty much there. We go out the house, stay out all day. We even took a road trip and he was asking, we stopped at gas stations, and he was holding it. We are so thankful that we were finally here, but man, what's a journey. It was a 3-month journey. Yes, we started potty training at 17 months. Were we crazy? Apparently so. At 12 months, we put the potty out and my son would sit on it just for fun. After a few months, we noticed that he was sitting on it without a diaper. So we thought that was a great sign. Then one day, when he was 17 months, I was watching a YouTube video and there was a woman in the background, her child was sitting on the potty and she said, "Oh, look, the potty." And you know what my son did? He ran right over to his potty. He didn't have any underwear on because we were about to take a bath. And then he pooped. He pooped right in the potty. And I mean, I was just amazed. It caused my husband screaming. I'm like, he just pooped in the potty. My husband's like, what do you mean? How did he do that? But he did it. He seemed very confused and a little scared, but he did it. Then the next morning, I took off his diaper and was just getting him dressed. And I said, "Do you need to go to the bathroom?" And he went over there and he pooped again. What in the world? So me being the tiger mom, you know, Miss Planner, I was like, hey, let's jump all in. I wasn't ready for this. I was slightly ready because I'm always slightly ready for everything, but I wasn't totally ready for it. So, but you know, I jumped in. I knew enough to at least get us started for the first few hours while I did research. Of course, I was going to try this 3-day potty training thing. So I took off his underwear, I sat him on the toilet, brought a lot of toys over to him. We were just playing and we were reading. In the meantime, I'm downloading Amazon books, trying to read on how to potty train. I'm also ordering things online, some potties and this, that, and the other, whatever else I felt like I needed for a potty training. Sure, there possibly are children that are potty trained in 3 days. I really bet that a lot of kids aren't. From what I saw and then some research after I saw the 3-day thing really wasn't working out that well, so a lot of people were saying that this was just an introduction. Your child afterwards is still going to have accents, so not going to be perfect. But what the 3 days is, it's just an opportunity to really introduce them and try to start the new habits. But my son, he was like, 3 days, what? Let's talk about 3 weeks. It took about 3 weeks for him really to get the hang of it. When we first started, oh, I was just so frustrated. My back was killing me from sitting on the floor and cleaning up pee. I was just trying everything. He just was not releasing the pee. I tried massaging his butt bladder. I tried putting his feet in warm water. I got a little pee out with that one. I tried to make a big deal. Look, this pee. And he's just like, what are you talking about? Why are you bothering me? I tried putting him in the tub, running warm water while he's on the potty in the tub, still nothing, and blowing bubbles. I read that when you blow bubbles, it helps your bladder relax. Didn't work a bit. I was so lightheaded from blowing bubbles and getting him to blow bubbles. We weren't getting anywhere. Of course, I was tired. I was exhausted. I was so frustrated. Looking back, did we start too young? Possibly. But I was just looking for those signs. Everyone kept saying you get this window, you have to pay attention to signs, and I said this was my window. He actually used the bathroom in the potty. I don't want to miss the window and then have a more difficult time later on down the road. After about 3 weeks, we finally started seeing some progress. He was peeing at this point, mainly in our toilet while he was standing on a stool, but he really wasn't pooping. After about 2 months, he started to poop. What's going on? You want to get back on my lap? After 2 months, he started to poop. And during this entire time, I say consistent as consistent can be. We limited how much time we were outside the house. And when we were outside the house, I was taking him to the bathroom when we first arrived somewhere and we get back, and then before we were leaving, he would have a diaper on while we were outside the house. Probably at about, probably after the 1 month mark though, I started taking him, we were living in a condo that was on top of a grocery store. So I started taking him just downstairs to the grocery store without a diaper on and taking him into the bathroom down there just to start introducing using the bathroom outside of the house to him. And that was going really well. But there were moments that there was pee on the grocery store floor or pee in our elevators, and at one time he actually pooped and it came right out of his underwear and out of his shorts and right there on the ground. When I tell you I cleaned that up so quickly and ran him to the bathroom, I was so embarrassed. Thankfully no one saw. But I was really just trying to push both of us to try new things. Now that we're at 3 months, he really has any accidents. So now I'm going to cover some of the things that worked really well for us. First of all, I think 17 months was a little too young. He didn't really get the concept. Almost done, buddy. He really didn't get the concept. Would I have done it differently? I probably wouldn't. I probably still would have started then, but I wouldn't have jumped into it so hard and I wouldn't have stressed so much. I would have just allowed him to use the bathroom, try using the bathroom before he, once he got up, before he goes down for his nap, just certain key points. I'm just giving him the opportunity. Second, I didn't start off right away with the timer. At first, I was just going off my own intuition, which I think was a big issue. Once I started with the timer and I allowed it to go off and beep, then he would hear that and he would know it was time to go to the bathroom. This didn't work very long. Maybe I was able to do this for about 2 weeks. But for those 2 weeks, I was glad that he was a willing participant. Next, stickers. At first, I didn't have any type of reward system because I just didn't want him to be accustomed to receiving a reward when he did something well. But eventually, I gave in and I said, no, we're jumping into some stickers. So first he didn't really get the whole sticker thing, but after a while he did think it was fun. I got animal stickers. They're actually real animals. So he had a lot of fun with that. Once the stickers started getting old, I started doing stamps on his hand. We go to library story time, and at the end of story time, they give all the kids stamps on his hand. He's always loved that. So that's when we introduced some stamps. For those of you with sons, get dad involved. Tell them this is their time to shine. Our son did so well using the restroom with dad. Sometimes my husband even came home midday just to use the bathroom. I would say, he hasn't used the bathroom all day. Please come home. And he would come home and get him to use the bathroom with him. Of course, not everyone can do that, but at least when they are around, it is nice to have that support. We found that our son really enjoyed standing on the rim of the toilet to pee and poop. Stamp. I'm gonna get you a stamp in just a second, I promise. Yes, that's what we do, and it actually works out really well. I wasn't sure how we were going to use the bathroom outside of the house because I can't walk around with a stool. We did have the portable potty, but just trying to figure out our outside the house routine. And once I saw that he wanted to stand on the rim of the toilet to pee. First of all, it was much cleaner. When you use the stool, it was getting on the stool, the side of the toilet, all of that. But once we just put him right up there on the toilet rim, he did it, less mess, and he thought it was a lot of fun. So that's how he pees and that's how he poops. When we see that he wants to poop, yes, hold on 1 second. We turn him around so he's facing us and standing right there on the potty. And when he has to pee, his back is to us and he's peeing that way. Yes, 1 more minute. As you see, I need to wrap this video up. Also, videos. I played so many different videos I found on YouTube. I didn't feel like they were really good videos. They moved too fast. Maybe they were for older kids. That was probably the issue. But needless to say, he enjoyed it. And if I thought he was understanding or not, that wasn't really my role. It was to give it to him. If he was digesting it, then great. And I really feel like it did help him along the way. These books though, the books helped tremendously. So we had 2 books. One was like Potty Time for Boys or something that actually had real boys in it. And I like books and anything that actually shows real animals, real kids, just to show him reality. And that one worked really, really well. Very, very well. They showed a picture of a kid, some pee on the floor, and we would point to that and we would say, not on the floor, in the potty. So it really helped with the real life items. But after we really kind of weren't getting anywhere for a while, I invested in another book, invested $5 in another book, and that one was ranked #1. I was like, hey, I'll try it. And I think that one's just called Potty. Very, very simple book. But I tell you, my son to this day loves that book. And when he acts out the book, so it's a little kid and he says, I have to go potty, and he's his hands like on himself, showing he's his bathroom. My son would do that and he starts jumping around, ooh, pee pee, potty, pee pee, right? And he'll jump around and all this stuff. He acts out what the boy's doing in the book. It is so hilarious. And then the page that the boy goes to the bathroom, my son runs over and uses the bathroom on his own. That's the only time he'll actually use the bathroom on his own. Any other time he'll tell us, but he waits for us to take him to the bathroom as opposed to walking over to the potty. We do always have a potty sitting out in case he wants to do it on his own. So my time has come to an end over here. I got to take care of this little boy. I hope these tips helped you. Don't forget to just stay patient, stay encouraged, and just remember that there are other people out there dealing with the same issues you're dealing with, and you can get through it. Just take it one day at a time and don't stress yourself. I wish I wouldn't have stressed myself as much as I was. All right, don't forget to subscribe and see you guys next time.